Tell us about anything you like to tell us. What did you think about what do you think about Habitar Design?
Oh, I think Kevin's fabulous. She did a wonderful job of taking our rather vague ideas about what we wanted and turning them into a design. We weren't very clear really in our own heads of what we wanted to look like, but she was able to help us arrive at a style, a general style, and she was really clever at picking up cues from us about what we really wanted, because we really couldn't articulate what we wanted. And we're not a terribly decisive couple, so actually moving us towards a decision was another hidden talent of hers. She came up with a beautiful design we're really excited about and looking forward to seeing it finished.
Oh, that's great. So what was your expectation when you first started working with an interior designer or with us? What were you thinking? How do you think this process was going to go?
I think it went pretty much the way it went. You know, I thought we would have some conversations to give her a sense of what it was we're looking for. We were really hoping, my wife and I are paralyzed by the amount of choice that we were facing, and we were looking for someone who could help us to narrow two big things I was looking for. One was to help us to narrow our choices and make the choice set manageable. And the other was to create a consistent look throughout the entire apartment, because we were doing such a massive renovation. I didn't want it to be done in a haphazard way. I wanted it to have some thematic continuity, and that was what she was able to do that I could never have done on my own. And actually most of the builders that I talked to who had really interesting ideas about what we might do here, we might do there, none of them would have been able to pull it all together in a coherent way the way she did.
Mm-hmm. And what met your expectations, or what exceeded your expectations?
Well, Kevin's very patient with us, and I would say that.
What about me? I'm not patient with you.
You're patient enough. She was really the guiding genius behind the design. But actually having you there was useful because, and this was actually where I would say this exceeded our expectations. It wasn't just, the design work was not really just, it wasn't really decorating decisions, it was really the building decisions, because there were a lot of things that we had never anticipated doing that really were generated by you in order to make her design actually doable. So having the designing and building intelligence working together ended up being really useful, because a lot of the things that were simple decorating wouldn't have been sufficient. Actually, we needed that building intelligence behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a positive. She was very creative, and she came up with really. We have fairly simple tastes, and we were not looking for anything terribly fancy, but she was able to inject a little bit of visual interest with simple, really what seemed to me like pretty simple design ideas that made the whole thing that's a lot more interesting.
Great. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I can figure out how to turn this off.